Hey, Meg Brunson here. Today we are talking about tips and tricks for leveraging your personal profile so that you can connect with more of your ideal clients and referral partners so that you can build your business without crossing over into that spammy lane. Okay, so we're going to talk about best practices and things to avoid. Let's hop right over here into my personal profile and we're going to go over some best practices and some areas of opportunity for you. The first thing I want to talk about are the pictures that you're seeing on the page. So the profile picture right over here, that should be a picture of you. It should not be a picture of your dog or of a sunset or of some stock photo you found online. It should be a picture of you. Facebook profiles are supposed to represent you as a person, and people like doing business with actual people. So they want to see who is behind that profile. Now you have this big cover photo area here. You can put whatever you want there. However, I do recommend you keep it relevant for your ideal audience. You can choose the strategy that works best for you. If you want to include a picture of your family, my recommendation is to use the cover photo area for that and to keep your profile picture, like I said, as a picture of you. Now, we're going to spend a lot of time on the left-hand side of the page here. The right-hand side is your timeline. Like, that's where you're posting your content. So I'm not going to talk too much about that today, not yet at least. But we're going to focus a little more attention on the left-hand side of your screen for now. So the intro. This will give you a couple lines where you can enter some information about yourself. I highly recommend that you have something in there that indicates that you are an entrepreneur, that you are a business owner, and or the area of expertise you have. You want to make sure that when people find your personal profile organically, whether that's from a search or if you send them a friend request and then they want to check you out before approving, or maybe you're in a group with them and you respond to a post and they just click through to your profile to see what else you have there. You want to make sure that there's information over here on the left-hand side that will tell them more about you, that will make it easy for them to identify what your business is and how they can connect with you if they so desire. So you're going to want to have something in your intro that may talk about your business, your area of expertise. You'll notice here I've got 4 little briefcases and then some information about jobs that I've held. You'll see the 4 briefcases, and these, when you go into your About section, those come from this work area. So you can identify what places you've worked before and link to their Facebook pages. So what that will do is people can see exactly what your role is, and they can click through the page to visit that business. Now, this is my owned business. So it says I am a founder at EIEIO Marketing, which is my business. I am also a podcast host at Meg Brunson, which is my personal business page, my personally branded business page. And I'm a social media manager and editor with Phoenix Kids Out and About, which is a local blog I contribute to. I've also decided to leave some of my former employer experience because it's relevant. It's hugely relevant to my existing job and the relationships that I'm building with my potential clients and referral partners. You don't need to have a lot of other stuff here. So like I don't have, anything here about how I used to work at Target because it has nothing to do with what I'm doing now. It's not going to add any value to my profile. Now, just a little bit below there, you'll see this option that I manage the Girls Rule Foundation. And there's a little flag. What that means is that I've identified myself as a team member on their Facebook page. So this is not my business. I don't work there, but I volunteer there and I help with managing their social media strategy and their paid Facebook marketing. So if you click over to the Girls Rule Foundation page and you scroll down, you're going to see a section with team members. Now people can find me from the Girls Rule page and they can find Girls Rule from my profile. So that is a way to reciprocate exposure between your personal profile and your business page. These little briefcases that I'm a founder at EIEIO Marketing, that doesn't reciprocate. So if you go to EIEIO Marketing, there is nothing on that page that identifies that I am the founder. So you cannot find me from EIEIO, but you can find EIEIO from me. So that's two ways that you can link to your business page that'll make it really easy for people to find you and to understand what type of entrepreneurial ventures you are participating with. Now you'll notice right here, I've got a big image that is promoting some of my freebies. This is the featured photo option. So if you click on this edit bar, you'll actually see that you can put multiple images here, up to 9 currently. However, if you only put one, it will fill that area. So I made the decision to create an image specifically for this area to promote one unique thing. Now, underneath this image are some links, and I will show you exactly where you can set all of those links up. Some people choose to have this image promote one link, and you can artistically and creatively point down to encourage people to click on that link. Now, that's a totally valid strategy. It's just not what I have chosen to do here. And if you want to edit those links or any of this information on the left-hand panel, you're going to want to go into your About section. That's where you can identify the places that you've worked. And under Contact and Basic Information, you have the opportunity to list websites and then social media links. And that's where all of those links on the left-hand side of my profile, underneath my featured image, come from. So I highly recommend, actually the one other thing you may want to pay attention to is your vanity URL. So mine is pretty basic for my personal profile. This happens to be the URL that I've had since I started Facebook. It's Meg24. But if yours is something super weird, you might want to change that. You may not want to be sexy baby doll, if you're an entrepreneur who's looking to make professional relationships. So you may want to ensure that that username is professional, and then check your images and customize this left-hand column. Those are my big recommendations for optimizing your Facebook profile so that when people find it organically, they know what businesses you are affiliated with, where your areas of expertise lie, and they know how to connect with you if they're in need of your services or know somebody else who would benefit from them. It is a huge missed opportunity to leave those areas blank. If you're in a business-related group and you provide value on someone's post and they go back to your page to see, what do you do for a living? What is your area of expertise? And how can you help me further? And those areas are not filled out. Huge missed opportunity. I know because I'm on the other side of that all the time, where I'll ask a question in a group, somebody replies, and I click through their profile to learn more about them, only to see empty space. And my search ends. Now, if you loved this content, you need to make sure you head on over and listen to this week's podcast episode. Today on the podcast, we are talking about the do's and the don'ts of networking on Facebook. So here, we've set your personal profile up to be an effective networking tool, but there's still some things that you have to do and some things that you should avoid. We talk about them all on the podcast. So get out your favorite podcasting app and find the Familypreneur podcast. You can also head over to megbrunson.com/63 and listen there. It's just a couple minutes, but I promise you're going to like the information. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.